So in general, we kind of have our COX pathways, right? Now, arachidonic acid can feed those pathways. So a lot of excess omega-6, junky refined omega-6, excess junky animal products can definitely feed those pathways. That sets the table. Like I mentioned, gas in the kitchen, right? A little spark can take it off. And then we have our natural herbals like ginger can help with COX-1. Fish oil is excellent for COX-2 at high doses. Now, if you do high doses of fish oil, you can increase what's called lipid peroxidation because fish oil is a polyunsaturated fatty acid. It's more unstable, right? It's got a lot of these, it's got more double bonds in it, right? Omega-3 means 3 double bonds. The more double bonds that are there, the more unstable the fatty acid is to heat and things like that. The more, let's say, it can be oxidized. So having extra vitamin C or extra vitamin E on board when you're taking extra fish oil just to make sure you don't have oxidation is great. And we already talked about things like systemic enzymes. Talked about curcumin, liposomal curcumin is better due to the absorption, or something with black pepper in it helps with the absorption too. We already talked about things like frankincense or boswellia is great. You could always do some white willow bark, which is kind of how aspirin is naturally made, right? Aspirin works more on COX-1. So aspirin is going to be your other natural source. And you could do white willow bark, which is the natural form of aspirin, which is great. There are things like Tylenol, but Tylenol works more on the central nervous system perception, right? So it decreases the nervous system's perception of pain. And then, of course, at the extreme example, we have opiates, which block the pain receptors in the brain, the opiate receptors in the brain. Not the best thing because you're just decreasing perception of pain. Obviously, the opiates are way more addictive, right? But we can block some of these natural pain perceptions with CBD oil. So CBD is another great way to reduce perception of pain. But we got to be careful of, Tylenol or things like opiates. Opiates due to their addictive qualities, and Tylenol actually chronically can reduce glutathione. You can just type in Tylenol and low glutathione level. So if you're taking Tylenol longer term, you definitely want to take it with NAC and or some glutathione just to be on the safe side. But in general, we want you trying to do more of the herbals and more of the natural stuff out of the gates because that really, really, really can help reduce inflammation.
Yeah, well said. Yeah. And the acetaminophen glutathione thing, it's a big problem. So that's why I stayed away. So people listening, if you're didn't jump off a ladder like me and you've got osteoarthritis or rheumatoid arthritis or a sports injury, or you're just trying to heal up, maybe post-operation, these things we talked about today may be something to implement. And then obviously working on all the other root causes too, because you are not just what you eat, you are what you digest from what you eat. So if you're doing all these good nutrients, but you've got some type of malabsorption issue in the gut, you've got ridges on your fingernails, you've got thinning hair, falling out hair, you may need to look deeper at the gut and try to find some of these more root cause issues that led you to that amount of inflammation or slow recovery in the first place. So if you need to reach out, please do so. Our websites are justinhealth.com. That's for Dr. J, who works worldwide via phone, FaceTime, Skype, Zoom, whatever. And then me, Evan Brand, evanbrand.com. So justinhealth.com, evanbrand.com. Please reach out if you need help. We love helping you guys. This is just a wonderful situation that we're in to be able to help people across the globe get solutions to their health issues.
Absolutely.